Hi chums. I just got to turn this round for a second to explain what's going on. Right, hi chums, how are you? It's been a while, but I've been really busy. This has been going on, and there's been the ongoing issue of my mother's health, which is not good. Last week there was some hope, but it turned out that the antibiotics she was getting weren't working, but she was somewhat improved because she was being rehydrated by the drips that were carrying the antibiotics. So it was a kind of a false dawn. So the situation is now that the acute care team have withdrawn her, have discharged her to her own doctor's care, which means that there's nothing else they can do. So she's still in the private care home. She's very comfortable, she's very relaxed, she knows what's going on, and her mind is 100% sharp. She is fully aware of everything, and she's quite enjoying everybody coming to see her. So as long as she's happy, we're happy. She's got a new bed, and it's one of these really super air mattress type beds that cost tens of thousands of pounds, and it's actually helped her a lot because she's much more relaxed than she was. So that's where we are, and that's why you haven't seen many videos. So we are just basically waiting at the moment. So we're sad, but we're not broken-hearted. There is no tragedy here. My mother's 87. She told me she had a long, happy life, and this is the way it's supposed to be. Children bury their parents, not the other way around. So on to the projects now. Right. This is where we are. The window's in now. The door's in, the scratch coat is on, the beads are around the doors, but we had an issue with water coming in. And what happened was, if you look between these two buildings, the concrete pad used to go right along there, and they had to come off at an angle because they couldn't get a right angle to match the shed. So it meant that part of the pad was exposed here. The water was sitting on that and seeping underneath the sills. The heads, the concrete heads, and got into in there. So what my friend did was he plastered this, and he used a water repellent which seals the plaster so that no water can get through. So they dug all the concrete out, dug this trench, and they filled it with the plaster. Now, the bonding agent that goes into the plaster to make that little sort of wall there right along, you put 250 mils, which is half a bottle of Coke, into a bag of cement. So my mate put half a gallon into it. So it's 10 times mixing. I'm mixing my mils and my gallons, but we tend to all understand gallons. So we put 10 times as much in as he should have. So there'll be no water go through that. And since he did it, there has been no water inside the shed. But we also had a false alarm, because one day I came in here and there's a big puddle in the floor. And I'll show you where it started. It started here at the door, and it went over right across to here. And I thought, what is going on? But it turned out it was very simple. The guys soaked the walls before they put the render on to make sure they got a key. And they soaked the walls, and they used the bonded stuff they put on to seal between coats. But the humidity in here, the cold door and humidity meant the water was hitting the back of the door and running off onto the ground, so it wasn't actually coming in from outside, but just in case, they put that barrier right around the whole thing. I'm going to come over here to let you get a look at the room as it is now. Get a better look. So that's it now. It's got the final coat on for the plaster, and then now if you were doing a house, they would put a skim over the top of that to leave it like glass, but that's perfectly good for a shed. And rendered inside the shed, it's pretty sort of opulent, you know. But see, I'm not allowed. I said to them, do you need to do the inside? And they went, we're doing it. You see, because the thing with these guys is, they know somebody else is going to look at their work, so they don't want anything to be the matter with it. So they said, we're rendering inside because the job will be done right. So then, that's done. And then my friend Kieran came today, and he put the trunking in for the electrics yesterday and today. And you can see it's running around the wall, and it's a beautiful job. It's really beautiful. And so that's the trunking in for the electrics. I have to get a small amount tomorrow and get the fittings. So that's where we are, folks. We're nearly ready to go. Once the electrics are in, We'll get this place dried out of it. That's the noise you hear in the background. This little space heater. It's not very powerful. It's only 2 kilowatt in the size of this, but it will gently take some water out. And already in about 3 hours, you can start to see where it's taken out of the wall there. So you always see the lines between the bricks because that's where the mortar's the deepest. So that's where we are, and I'm very happy. I'm very, very, very happy indeed. So that's what's going on. Just let you see around there, let you see a trunk. And these, I'll show you a wee thing about what he did in these here. You don't just cut. You don't just cut miters. You cut your miter out, and then you bend. You bend it. You don't cut it and then bend it, or just stick them together. You put as many natural bends in as possible so that it continues smooth around the corner. This is what happens when you've got engineers doing electrics, you know. So he's setting this up, and then two of the boys will come and do the electrical part for me, and that'll keep it all right and do properly to code and everything. Because, as I say, these boys don't take any shortcuts. Everything is done by the book. So that's it, folks. I'm very pleased with it now. Very, very pleased. And this stuff's doing a great job. Everything's soaking with the water in here, and there's not a single drop of water that's come off that roof, and it's absolutely soaking with water. But it's certainly working. So for normal use, it'll be okay. I just want to show something here. You see that pile of blanks there? That's going to be Christmas trees for someone. So I just want to let them know it. I haven't forgotten, but I don't know if I'll get them there for Christmas. I don't think I will, because I'm just so snowed under with work. And it's my mother, running to see my mother and stuff, you know. And that's more important than anything. So, there we are, folks. I'll close this window again in a moment. I just opened it there to let some air out, and I had the door open as well. And that's it. So, that's it, folks. Just on a side note, anybody here in the UK, especially in Kent over in England, keep an eye out for wood turning tools. Oliver's wood turning was broken into, and these bastards stole all his stock and tools and £10,000 worth of gift vouchers. The gift vouchers are worth nothing because they're only activated on the website when they're bought. But just be careful if you're in that south of England area, or anywhere in England maybe, because there's always a post. The post can always send things anywhere. That if you see Oliver's wood turning gift tokens coming up cheap, you'll know there's something wrong, okay? And anybody in sort of car boot sales and stuff, if you see good tools going cheap that haven't been used, well, they might be from Oliver's place, okay? So that's it, folks. I'll do an update in a couple of days' time again and let you know what's going on. Okay? All the best now. Bye-bye. Can't find my wee button anymore. Oh, here it is. Bye-bye.